Improv, you'll help us make it up. Just shout out your suggestions and then we'll pump it up.
Pump it up. Pump it up.
We don't know what we're doing. We like to mix it up.
But we're puppets and we're not too smart. We all it up.
Currently, we are sitting on the stage of the Union Square Theater, where Stuffed and Unstrung just opened.
It's a live puppet improv show, unlike anything you've ever seen, I'm pretty sure.
The show started as a workshop for improv for the Henson Puppeteers back in Los Angeles. And after some sessions with Puppets and Pizza, someone said, we should do this in front of some friends and family. And somebody invited a development executive, and then it was developed into an actual show, which has been to comedy festivals all around the world.
Most of the show is improvised. It's not for kids. It's for adults. And we even will serve some wine in the theater. To me, that's a huge selling point. Alcohol and puppets.
Yeah, I actually serve the alcohol. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yes, I'm in the booth serving alcohol, and I try and make the most of it. I keep all the money myself, actually.
Which is a problem.
New York audiences have been fantastic. They're very enthusiastic about the show. And one thing that I love about the show is that it's 6 puppeteers, 80 puppets, 1 musician, 1 host, and then the other performer almost in the show is the audience themselves, because they create the ideas that we're going to create our sketches out of. And New York audiences are not shy.
If you've never seen people trying to create theater out of nothing, it's quite an experience. It's a lot of fun to watch.
We make up stuff right on the spot, and when you get some adults out there who've got puppets at their command and have had a drink or two, usually what they want to see the puppets do isn't something that you'd see on PBS.
Yeah, you never know what they're going to say, really.
You don't.
Yeah,
Well, actually, no,
for
sometimes you
anything.
do. Remember, they like to say things like gynecology a lot.
Oy.
We have about 80 puppets all lined up behind me here. And when Patrick calls us up for a sketch, we can pick any puppet we want. Sometimes we have certain puppet like go-to characters that we like, but more often than not, speaking for myself anyway, sometimes I'll just pick up any character that strikes me for that one time.
What's great about being in the show is the puppet is over my head, and the audience can choose to either look at me performing, or they can look at the puppet on the screens on either side.
We like to involve the audiences a lot. So in addition to them throwing out the suggestions for all the improvised sketches, we also have a few things where we really involve audience members. We have a couple where we bring audience members up on stage or base a song on them, but what we never do is ridicule them. It's
We try not to, anyway.
Right.
Sometimes it's just irresistible.
Yeah, you can't help yourself. You take one look at it, and you're like, whoa, look at those ears.
You guys are you're out of the show this weekend.
Every show is different. You see 2 completely different shows. You may do similar structures each night, but all of the suggestions from the audience are different, and so the scenes are all going to unfold completely differently, and we have no idea where they're going to go once we start.
We've got all kinds of audiences coming to the show. The puppetry is hot again. You see it in a lot of commercials and a lot of new television shows. But also for people who are big Henson fans, they're going to get a chance to see us recreate some of the classic bits that go way back to the early days of the Henson Company, when Jim and Jane Henson were doing puppetry on some of the old variety shows like Ed Sullivan and The Tonight Show and things like that. We're doing a couple of homages to those early days in this show too. So there's some definite classic stuff that goes way back.
A lot of the puppets that we have been culled from storage from old projects, and a few have been built specifically for the show, but it's a great visual vocabulary of different types of puppet design, but they're all distinctly Henson.
I was built for the 1904 World Exhibition.
It's just a nonstop laugh riot.
When have people had the chance to see Henson puppetry done live, see the actual puppeteers doing their work during the show, not blocked off by a wall? It's really a rare experience, and our audiences always leave talking about how interesting the puppeteering aspect was, in addition to how much they were laughing.
And also
drinking.
about how much better the puppets looked than the puppeteers.
In some cases. Or how sexy the host was, right?
No, I never heard that
a lot.
one.
Never
No,
heard
haven't
that.
heard that. Next question.
I can't think of another show where you just come in and you laugh your butt off for 2 hours. Pretty solid all the way through. And a show that gives you, the audience member, such an investment in the show and makes you a part of the show. Every show is different because you are there. That's why you need to come.
You
Are
watching
Broadway.
that
Come.